What's up, you fools? Matt, ESC United, your favorite Eurovision channel. And today it is all about Denmark. Yes, Dansk Melodi Grand Prix. That's the Danish national final. We have a winner, Leonora. See, I also got her name. Love is forever.
Love is forever. Love is forever and everyone. Love is forever.
And, of course, she won. And the question is, did she win over our hearts? Love is forever? Too schmaltzy? Too cute? Or just right? That is what we're here to talk through. Before we speculate about how she's going to do and where Denmark is going to end up next year, let's talk about how we feel about the song, and at the very end we'll give you our overall score and see where then it ranks in overall in the ESC United expert panel. So why don't you go first, Roy?
Firstly, this song was totally the winner in Denmark for me. I think there wasn't really a better choice. But I'm not so sure if this will stand out amongst the big pack of Eurovision songs. I think it's nice and cute, but I also feel like a lot of people will feel that way. They'll be like, oh, that was nice and cute, and then move on to the next song. I really have trouble finding a way to love this song, I guess, which is a bit ironic, but hey, you do the puns.
Exactly.
I also think that the song is a bit too linear. It's just the same beat over and over again, and they just add one instrument at the chorus, and then another one adds. And I would have liked maybe a little bit more, and I'm also not the biggest fan of the language change. I don't get why there's German and French in the song. I like the Danish, not so much the German and the French. Still a cute song, still a fine song, but nothing much more than that.
All right, Zach.
Yeah, the Denmark songs for me are always really corny, and sometimes that corniness doesn't bother me. Like in 2014, like Cliche Love Song, everything about that song and performance was really corny, but it was also fun to watch. It was fun to see the backup singers and the backup dancers and Basim kind of interact.
They knew this was corny, and they kind of played off of that.
And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work well. Like 2015 and 2016, where it just kind of veered into real, just like schmaltzy and corny. And I was just like, oh God, someone, put them out of their misery. And then you have 2018, where I thought it was corny, but people really ate up the whole Viking spiel with it. And this year, it's just like when I was watching the performance, I just thought, oh God, what are they going to do with the ladders? No, they're not. Oh, they're really going to dance. No, they're synchronizing there. And I just hope they change the performance, because the performance for me is really distracting. And when I watch the music video, I think, oh, this is a really cute song. And just the music video makes me like her. It makes me like her because it lets me know a little bit about her. Like, knowing that she was a junior figure skater and actually a junior figure skating championship in her country of Denmark. And that excites me because I fangirl out over figure skating. I mean, Surili Bonali is my spirit animal, and most people are not going to know who Surili Bonali is, but hopefully she will, and hopefully we can fangirl together about it. But probably won't, because I don't know, there's just something about the song that really doesn't do much for me. And right now, the performance from the national final is just rubbing me the wrong way. And it does kind of remind me of Anna Rossellini from Switzerland in 2011. It was just a really cute song, and it just, barely scraped by into the final and then finished last in the final. And I'm worried that this is going to be the same aftermath for Denmark this year.
Huh. Interesting. And I do know Tonya Harding. That's the only figure skater I know, but I don't think that's the one you want to know.
First American woman to do the triple axel.
Oh, really?
In competition.
See, yeah, and I don't know much about it. I just know her because she likes, to cause some drama there. Anyway, so Robert.
Not her. It was her husband.
Oh, sorry, but she had nothing to do with it. Yeah.
Watch the movie.
Sure, I won't. Go ahead, Robert.
Thank you, Matt. I will not be talking about figure skating because, to quote Manuel from Fawlty Towers, I know nothing. Is this the cutest song we have this year? Just possibly, I think. That's the style that they've gone for, and I was possibly a little bit surprised that this even won its nationals final because it just doesn't stand out a huge amount. Roy and Zach have already covered this. There's no big hook. It kind of is a bit one-paced, but that one pace is actually quite nice, isn't it? It's a nice soft pace. It's cutesy. It's it's enjoy. I don't think many people are going to hate this per se, but it's difficult to really get passionate about it. I have to agree with Roy. I don't understand why you put random sections in other languages in the middle of the song. It just doesn't work. I don't. I mean, the French seem to love doing this with English in the middle of the song, and at least here it sort of flows, but not really. So no, dump that. Just do it all in English. Much simpler. And I'm not just saying that as an Englishman who only wants to hear English songs. Like the French would do far better putting all their songs just in French. But yeah, the song's in English. Stick with it all the way through, please. But it's a nice entry on the whole, but am I really excited about it? No.
All right. So I'm here to bring a different perspective to y'all negativity. No, it's fine. You're allowed to have a wrong opinion. The point is,
Wow.
I think... no, seriously. So to me, I find it really funny. Iceland thinks about hate, and then Denmark comes in and like, hey, remember... Don't forget, love is forever, y'all. It is just so funny. I would think it's hilarious if these songs would perform one after another at Eurovision. It's like the biggest contrast ever. Whoever's going to come first kind of, loses though. But see, what I personally love about the song, to me, I know for you it's kind of flat, but to me it's not like trying too hard. And to me, I actually connected. I thought it was touching to me. And it puts a smile on my face, and I feel as that's what we need at the contest. It's just this song that I just really gravitate towards. To me, the Nordic countries overall are just delivering this year, and Denmark is as well. So good. Now, I'm always worried this is probably not a Eurovision bubble song, but I can definitely see the average Eurovision viewer gravitate towards that one. They often do better than people expect, and they're like, "What? This is doing so well," and that's why I think it's being overlooked within the ESC community a little bit. And I just feel as sometimes less is more. I don't think you have to have this distinct moment all the time if the vibe, and the feel is right, and it translates well on camera and moves and works with people. I'm curious to see what they're going to do with the staging. I know you said you weren't as crazy about the staging. I don't know if they can even bring the big chair with them to Tel Aviv. Would that even fit in the small arena? But I personally, I didn't mind the language switch. And yes, it's very Eurovision-y, but it works for me. With this song in particular, because it's about love, and you sing about love in different languages. I don't think that was too much German. It was one line in German, which, ironically enough, there was more German in the Danish song than in the entire German national final. I'm going to complain about that in the German video, but I feel like I had to throw that out there. Honestly, though, I'm unapologetic in my support for Love is Forever. I think it's adorable. I was thrilled when it won, and it makes me happy. And that counts for something. And that counts for something, in my opinion. The question is the entire ESC United team on your guys' side, or are they going to be more bringing up the score a little bit? Let's find out. First up, Roy, what's your score?
Well, firstly, I didn't really give that low of scores anyway, and I still think this is a good song. And I have been debating about scoring this song for quite a long time. At first, I was at about 6.5, and then I looked at the pool of songs that were in there, and I was like, those are all just a little bit worse than this. So I ended up giving it a 7. So it's still a decent score for me.
That is a pretty decent score, no doubt about it. What about you, Zach?
Oh, I wasn't that decent. I gave it a 5. It may be a song that grows on me over time, but I just feel like there's a lot of work that needs to be done. And I always think of my scores at this point now as being preliminary and can completely change. I know you and I, Matt, argued last year about Austria's appeal, and Austria has become one of my favorite songs from the year.
So you're saying I was right?
You were right. About the whole language thing, also, I'll just take a moment to say, there's almost the paranoid conspiracy theorist in me who wonders, why people put different languages in songs. And part of me wonders, if there's some expectation that a certain country may be voting in that semifinal block as well. And Germany is voting with Denmark, but I don't think it's really going to make a difference because if we remember last year, a certain country chose 2 artists from 2 different countries who both their countries of origin were voting in that semifinal. I won't say names.
So what's your score?
A 5.
Oh, 5, you said that already. Never mind. Sorry. Yes, duh. I mean, there's so many things. And it's interesting not because you said, the German thing will not make a difference. Because I listened to the song and feel like, oh, she sang in German. Like, I don't even remember she sang anything in German because it doesn't really, you don't expect to hear German. And it was one line, Liebe ist für alle da, which means love is for everyone. And I'm like, I didn't even register, so I don't think
it wasn't enough to where it actually made a. It wasn't like in 1982 where Nicole sang a lot of verses in one language and people were like, oh, she's singing in my language.
But that was a reprise, to be fair. It wasn't the original performance.
Yeah, true.
So, Robert, what's your score?
So I'm kind of in the middle here because I'm a little bit more positive than Zach, but I'm not as happy about it as Roy. It gets a 6 out of 10 for me, which firmly in the bracket of solid and unspectacular.
All right. Not much else out there for Robert. Here's my score. So I was actually, we had to log in our points, and I probably would have given it more now because the more I listen to it, the more I like it. But hey, it is what it is. From right now, it's an 8.5 for me. So here you can see there's a little bit more of a discrepancy between the 4 of us. I'm the most cheerful about it, but let's see if what the entire ESC United team thinks. So the overall score for Denmark is drums. Okay, I'm dragging this out. 5.63.
Ooh.
So that is still above average if you think about it, because it's over 5. We've had higher scores. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I expected a little higher maybe, but I didn't expect it to have a really high score either, so it's good.
Oh, this may be the first time I'm under the mean.
Oh yeah, you're right. You are.
Usually I'm one of the nice ones.
That is,
and I will say that she's taking a bigger chance than I am. I'm the one hiding behind my internet critiquing a young girl who's taking a chance and singing in front of millions of people. So at the end of the day, I wish her the best of luck. The song's not my cup of tea, but I think she's very talented on and off the ice, on and off the stage, and I hope and wish nothing but the best for her experience in Tel Aviv.
Oh yeah.
Are you gonna bring an inflatable ice skate ring or something, or what are you gonna do?
She was a figure skater.
Oh, she's gonna copy Russia's 2008 staging. I'm telling you right now, she's gonna do that.
Oh, that would be so awesome if she did that. I would fangirl out and I'd change it to a 10.
That would work as well.
That's my winner.
But it's our score 5.63. If you want to compare to the other countries and scores so far, make sure you click in the link in the description box, as well as our all individual scores from all team members, and you get to vote for Denmark as well. At the end, we'll compare our ranking and the readers' ranking and see where we agree and disagree. Anyway, make sure to check out the next video. We're moving on. Have a good day, everyone. Thanks for watching.